Assalamu alaikum guys. So today we're going to demonstrate you, teach you, show you how to make this beautiful chocolate cake. As you can see, I've already tasted it and cut myself a slice. I couldn't wait. That's how good it is. So please like, share, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the bell icon. And without any further ado, let's get into it. For our dry ingredients, we're going to need 1 3/4 of a cup of plain sifted flour, 1 cup of caster sugar, 3/4 of a cup of cocoa powder, half a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of pure instant coffee. Then for our wet ingredients, we are going to need 1 cup of milk, half a cup of vegetable oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence, and 2 whole large eggs. Then finally for our chocolate whipping cream, we are going to need 568 milliliters of double cream and 100 grams of dark chocolate. So we're going to start by combining together our dry ingredients. In a large mixing bowl, our flour, like so, followed by the sugar, like so, then the cocoa powder, the salt, the baking powder, baking soda, and the instant coffee. And what we're going to do next is we're going to combine these well. As you can see, the dry ingredients have been combined together very well, and I've also formed a little well for our wet ingredients that we're going to start adding now by adding first the 2 eggs, like so, the milk, the oil, 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence, one and two. So we're going to start mixing our cake mixture using a spatula, like so. And now to combine the rest, we will use an electric mixer in order to get a homogeneous mass. So now we're going to show you how to line your baking sheet with the baking proof paper or parchment paper. So the first step is to take a piece of baking paper from your roll. Then you have to fold it in a square shape, like so. So fold it once, fold it again, and now you're left with a small square. What we'll do now is try to turn this into a cone shape. Not exactly, but you get the point, like so. So once we get to about this point, you see, we have something that kind of resembles a cone. We will take our baking tray, we will turn it upside down, try to roughly eyeball the middle, the center of this baking sheet tray, and place our parchment paper like so, we go to the edge, we see here, and what we'll do at this point, we will fold this in, creating a crease. And now if you turn this around, you'll see you have a slight bend here, or a crease, and we will cut right through like so. And this will yield you with the perfect circle to which you can line your baking tray. You see, it's just slightly bigger than our tray, and that's what we want. So now we will just turn our tray around, and you can just place this in like so. So after you've lined your baking sheet with parchment paper, it's time to pour in the cake batter. So hold your bowl with the strength and just pour in your cake batter like so. If you feel like your batter is not smooth or flat in your baking tray, just hold your tray, lift it up slightly, and give it a few taps. What this will do, it will ensure that your batter is smooth, and therefore giving you a smoother cake once it has been baked. And also look out for any bubbles on the surface, like this one over here or here, and take a toothpick and just pop them. This will help you get a more homogeneous cake after the baking process. So just the ones on the surface, just pop them like so. And now our cake is finally ready to be popped in our oven. So make sure you preheat your oven 15 minutes before at 180 degrees Celsius. So what we'll do now is we'll open our oven, and on the middle rack we will place our baking tray on the middle rack like so. And this is going in our oven for about 45 minutes. So 45 minutes have elapsed and our cake is ready. Let's take it out of the oven. As you can see, it's nice and puffed up. And make sure you place it on a heat-proof surface. Now we're gonna poke it with a toothpick or something long and thin to see if it's cooked through. Yep, and as you can see, it came out totally dry. What does this mean? It means that the cake is fully cooked through. There are no wet spots left in there. So now just let it cool fully, and then we'll tell you what to do next. In the meanwhile, we will prepare our chocolate flavored whipping cream. How will we achieve that? Is by placing a small sized sauce pot on a medium to high heat. We will pour in about a cup of water in our sauce pot, and on top of our sauce pot we will put a glass bowl like so, in which we will place our 100 grams of chocolate. This is known as the double boiler method, or bain-marie in French. What this will allow us to do is to melt the chocolate very gently, and once the chocolate is melted we will incorporate our double cream. So now it will take 10 to 15 minutes for the water to boil, for the glass to get hot, and then for the chocolate to melt. So just have patience and keep an eye on your chocolate. You don't want to burn your chocolate. Our chocolate is totally melted. Just to let you know, I've decided to add a bit more chocolate than the original 50 grams. So maybe 75 to 100 grams now, because it looked not enough for our cake. So as you can see, the chocolate has been totally melted. What we will do at this point is we'll turn off the heat because we don't want our chocolate to burn, and we'll add in our cream straight away so that the chocolate doesn't solidify again. So there goes one, the second cup of chocolate of cream. And as soon as you add the cream, stir that in very well. So there you go. Our cream chocolate is ready. Now all is left to do is that you have to place this back into the fridge for about 10 to 15 minutes so that everything becomes chill, and then you can whip this. So as you can see, after 15 minutes, our cream or chocolate cream mixture has thickened up a bit. Now what we're going to do, we're going to transfer this into a separate bowl, usually larger than the one you have, to whip it. So we're going to add some air into it. That's why we need a larger bowl. So make sure you pour your mixture first in the larger bowl. Grab your electric mixer, place it in, and on the lowest setting, start. And as you can see, after a few minutes, our whipping cream is ready. You see, stiff peaks. That's the type of consistency we're looking for. So now that this is done, we will show you how to apply it onto our cake. So now what we're going to do, we're going to treat the cake with a little bit of milk. What do I mean by this? We'll take some whole milk and spread a few tablespoons onto the cake itself. What this will allow us to do is to make the cake softer, and therefore it will be easier to cut, and it will also taste better. We've placed our milk in this squeezer bottle, and we're just going to spread this all over the cake to make it softer. Make sure you cover as much of the area as possible, so just like that. So now we'll apply the chocolate flavored whipping cream onto the bottom half of our cake. Make sure you apply half of the mixture, as the other half will be applied on top. So just take spoonfuls or spatulafuls and place them around your cake like so. Put the top half on the bottom half, of course. So we'll just hold it like this, bring it over here, and just like that. So as you can see, we have spread the chocolate flavored whipped cream on top of our cake and the sides. So now what we're going to do is going to shave a little bit of chocolate on top of our cake, just to, make it look a bit more decorative. So just take any regular grater, place it on top of your cake, and just start shaving the chocolate on top of it. So finally our cake is ready, and now I'm gonna hack myself a slice of it and show you the insides. As you can see, it's a two-layer cake with cream in between, on top and on the sides. And we're gonna serve this into this flat plate. just like so. And just to prove you how good this cake really is, I'm going to taste test it. Mmm, delicious. Fluffy, sweet, not too much sweet, not too less sweet, and the chocolatey flavor is on point. And I recommend you to use dark chocolate for this cake recipe. Please do use dark chocolate. It's amazing. The perfect dessert or snack with a beautiful cup of tea, mug of milk, or cup of coffee. So this is it from me. Well done. Allah Hafiz.